All right. Way to get this morning started with some Usher. Good morning, Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and fellow Atlantans, let us pause to recognize everyone gathered here today. You could have been anywhere this morning, but you chose to be here, and I am deeply grateful for your presence. To James Quincy and all those here from Coca-Cola, and to Carol Tomei and the dedicated members of the Atlanta Committee for Progress, and to Hala Madomov and the Woodruff Arts Center. Please all stand so that we can thank you for hosting us today. Thank you all. To Atlanta City Council President Doug Shipman and all of my esteemed colleagues on the Atlanta City Council, would you all please stand? Thank you. Your support is the cornerstone of our collective progress, and I really do extend my heartfelt appreciation to each of you council members. To Congresswoman Nakima Williams and our federal partners, I extend my heartfelt gratitude for your unwavering commitment to our city as well. Would you please stand? Thank you. Where's Congresswoman Williams? And to all of the members of our state legislature who are here today, and while he was not also able to make it, Governor Kemp, we have become a model for state and local collaboration. And I thank you all for your participation as well. Give our state leaders a round of applause. And can all other elected officials please stand? Our county commissioners, our other mayors and city council members from around the region, if you could, please stand. Thank you. And sheriffs. I see some clerks and school board members. Thank you all for your support and collaboration as we grow our region. And to my tireless cabinet members and senior leadership team, your dedication and expertise are the bedrock of my administration. Would all of you please stand? Thank you. I'm blessed, y'all. I'm blessed to have a diverse and talented group of people on my team, and I cannot do this job without you. I am ever mindful of the legacy of leadership that has paved the way for me. So I want to recognize my predecessors and mentors, Ambassador Andrew Young, Mayor Bill Campbell, Mayor Shirley Franklin, and yes, give them a round of applause, including former First Ladies Valerie Jackson and Sandra Massell. Please give them a round of applause. Carolyn Young, your guidance and your encouragement continue to inspire me on this journey. And so this year, we celebrate the 50th anniversary of Mayor Maynard Jackson's inauguration. Yes, you can clap for that. Mayor Maynard Jackson will forever be remembered for the world's busiest airport and for his visionary leadership that set the precedent for an inclusive, progressive, and bold governance that remains intact today. I would like to acknowledge the family of Maynard Jackson who are here today. Thank you for being with us. Would you please stand? Maynard's legacy will live on throughout many areas of our city, but especially so in the establishment of the Neighborhood Planning Unit system. The NPU system is also celebrating its 50th anniversary, and we have invited the current NPU leaders here today. To the NPU leaders here on stage with me, would you please stand? thank you all for your service to the city of Atlanta and the neighborhoods that you all represent. Now, I must also acknowledge the unwavering support of my family and my friends, especially my mother, Sylvia, and my sister, Mia, and my daughter, who's supposed to be getting ready to go to class right now. Your steadfast encouragement fuels my passion for this work every single day. Give my family a round of applause, y'all. So as we gather here today to reflect on our achievements and chart the path forward for Atlanta, let me be clear. The state of our city is strong. It's strong, and I want to tell you why it's strong. The services we provide our residents are the foundation of why we are here. An efficient and effective government is part of my vision of successful governance. In my first 2 years as mayor, we've made significant strides across numerous fronts, but our work is far from over, and we'll get to that in a little bit. But let's look back at some of our wins for the citizens of this great city. A lot of what we've accomplished, you've already heard about. You've seen it on the news and in social media, and it can be found in our annual report. But I only got a short period of time today, and our successes have been plentiful that we couldn't possibly cover it all now, so I'll highlight a few. First and foremost, we have a strong AA+ credit rating and the highest fund balance in our city's history. Our Moving Atlanta Forward infrastructure bonds were recognized as the Southeast's Deals of the Year. Invest Atlanta distributed $9 million in grants and loans to thousands of small businesses. And get this, 93% of these businesses were women or minority owned. We are on our way to 5,000 acres of parkland after a historic land purchases through the Green Space Advisory Council. We are a model employer and recognized for the 10th time as one of the best and brightest companies to work for in the nation. Now get this, we've filled more than 23,000 potholes. What you say, Shirley? Pothole posse? We paved miles and miles of roadway, including critical streets like DeKalb Avenue, Cascade, and West Paces Ferry, just to name a few. We've removed nearly 6,000 tons of illegally dumped debris and trash. We've added more than 19,000 LED streetlights, and each of these endeavors has contributed to a cleaner, safer, and more vibrant Atlanta. An Atlanta we can all be proud of. And people are taking notice. According to the US Census, our population is nearing an all-time high of more than 500,000 residents and over 6 million in the Atlanta metro area. And as the chairman of the Atlanta Regional Commission, I am proud to say we are now the 6th largest metro area in America. All of these things are a testament to our city's forward momentum, a momentum built on choosing what's best for our Atlanta. When I came into office, people from downtown, Buckhead, and the South Side, they told me they were afraid to shop, afraid to go out to eat, or to visit the city's parks. And that was something we needed to fix. We've made tremendous strides in public safety, with major crimes against people down by over 15% and homicides down by 21% in 2023 in Atlanta. Lives have literally been saved because of this work. A reduction in violent crime means people are feeling safe enough in their city to move about and live their lives, to live in peace, and to enjoy all that Atlanta has to offer. Atlanta is and Atlanta will be one safe city. This progress came about over the past 2 years with a focus not just on policing, but on various non-policing efforts that are all a part of the group project. So while kudos are of course due to Atlanta Police Department, let's also recognize ATL DOT for Light Up the Night, our nightlife division for making our bars and nightclubs safer, the mayor's office of violence reduction for our parks and recs, midnight basketball, nonprofits, churches, businesses, and everyone who rolled up their sleeves and said, I want to help, and refused to accept anything less than a safe and thriving Atlanta. In addition, we announced the creation of the Diversion Center, which is set to open in this year. And I'm also pleased to introduce the CARES Unit, the Community Assistance Responders Unit. These unarmed responders are dedicated to promptly addressing non-emergency service calls like directing traffic and non-injury accidents. Not every incident requires a sworn officer to be on the scene. And this unit will allow more time for APD to keep violent criminals, illegal guns, and drugs off of our streets. Creating a safer city doesn't happen without providing top-notch training to those who've chosen a life of service, like the EMTs who respond to medical emergencies, or the 911 operator who takes calls when you're dealing with an active shooter situation like we did in Midtown last year. And despite some of the distractions, the Public Safety Training Center has made significant progress and is on schedule to open before the end of this year. We must also remember the Atlanta Fire and Rescue Department will also train there. Let's take a moment to recognize their work. Our firefighters responded to over 85,000 emergencies throughout the city. And just last month, AFRD celebrated the opening of EMS Station 37 on Campbellton Road and Fire Station 36 on Fairburn Road in Southwest Atlanta. Up next, we're replacing 5 fire stations, from one on Benjamin E. Mays to another on Howell Mill to another on Fairburn Road and many others. And so will the Atlanta firefighters, the heroic Atlanta firefighters who evacuated 50 people from the La Vista Walk apartments, if you could, please stand and be recognized. These brave public servants were in the right place at the right time and showed up while leaving another scene before the 911 call came in. I want to thank them for their service and their ability to rapidly respond and keep our residents safe. Also, we're here with APD officer Maurice Chandler. If you could, please stand, Maurice Chandler. He was a resident in the building and he lost everything because he was working to help evacuate the building also. He demonstrated his oath of office to protect people. He put service over self. Let's give Officer Maurice Chandler a round of applause. Thank you. At last year's State of the City, I came down the aisle with several young students from various schools across Atlanta, and we included the Atlanta Drum Academy, and we enthusiastically rolled out the Year of the Youth, and now it is a national model across the United States. More than 5,000 young people between the ages of 14 and 24 gained valuable work experience and life skills during our summer youth employment program. On average, participants earned more than $17 per hour in internships and apprenticeships across the city. Last year, we raised $4 million in scholarships at the Mayor's Ball. We also invested $1.5 million in 32 youth organizations and signed up over 700 mentors. Together, with many of you in this room, we raised and invested more than $20 million in early childhood education. We've seen real results from this work. And with our partners at APS, Atlanta Public Schools, our graduation rate is the highest in our city's history. But much of that applause goes to our superintendent, our principals, our teachers, and our youth, but it should also go to our partners who are here today. So our partners, I want you to stand up. Stand up if you hired someone through the Year of the Youth. Stand up if you mentored someone last year. Stand up if you did it. Y'all ain't standing up. Yeah, stand up if you hired somebody. Stand up if you mentored someone. Stand up if you're a member of a nonprofit that was a grant recipient. Stand up if you donated to the Year of the Youth. Well, all of our partners in the Year of the Youth, please stand up. Because of you, we served more than 30,000 youth last year. This shows that Atlanta truly is a group project, everybody. Thank you for that partnership. Next time I ask y'all to stand up and y'all did something, just I want to remind you that my goal is to make Atlanta the best place in the nation to raise a child. That's my why. That's why I do this work. And so that's why we're going to make every year the Year of the Youth. All right? Every year is the Year of the Youth, Year of the Youth in Atlanta. We said we were going to do a thing, and we did that thing. Imagine what we can do if we channel this energy every single year. So what does that mean for this year? In A Tale of Two Cities, Charles Dickens, the other famous Dickens, Charles Dickens gives us one of the most notable lines in literature. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. While many people in Atlanta reveled in the remarkable progress of our city, not everyone has been able to join in the prosperity. The old notion that there are two Atlantas is unacceptable. And the focus of my administration is to help level the playing field and provide equity where investment simply did not exist before. Atlanta only reaches its full potential and becomes a city of opportunity for all when we have a network of safe, healthy, and thriving neighborhoods. Neighborhoods are the very fabric of our city, but some of our neighborhoods have suffered through a cycle of disinvestment for the last several generations. So we're going to work with the Atlanta City Council to allocate funding to revitalize our neighborhoods. This includes funds for affordable housing, blight reduction, health, education, green space, public infrastructure, and other essential services into these neighborhoods. We can and we must invest deeply in our people, because in our increasingly interconnected world, it is undeniable that what happens in your neighborhood impacts mine. And the foundation of this change starts with housing. If you know me, affordable housing is my love language. We break ground or we cut a ribbon on affordable housing development sometimes 3 times in a single week. The folks who need affordable housing are your teachers, your police, and firefighters, your barista that pours your coffee, or our senior citizens. These are our neighbors who simply can't afford a $400,000 home. When it comes to affordable housing, our commitment in Atlanta has never been stronger. And with the help of public, private, and nonprofit partners just like you, we're well on our way to accomplishing our goal, with over 9,000 units of housing already built, funded, or currently under development throughout the city of Atlanta. One of the most exciting, we can clap for 9,000. It's more than one. So one of the most exciting of these projects is the redevelopment of 2 Peachtree, which will provide 200 units of affordable housing and is easily accessible to public transit. This mixed-use space helps breathe new life into downtown Atlanta. Within 2 Peachtree, we've established the Housing Help Center, a one-stop shop that offers invaluable support and guidance on affordable housing options and provides help for families facing eviction. But we're not stopping there. Through our affordable housing strike force, we've advanced 40 public land sites for affordable housing development, including the former Bowen Homes public housing site. And we're also working to preserve housing through programs like Weatherize to reduce energy burdens, the owner-occupied rehab program for essential home repairs, and ensuring our legacy residents are staying in place by expanding our anti-displacement tax fund program. Together, we will hit our goal of 20,000 units of affordable housing together. Last year, we tragically lost dozens of our neighbors living on the streets of Atlanta. Homelessness should never be a death sentence. And I want to put a face to the issue of homelessness. Could my friend George please come out? As George comes out, George graciously told me his story when we met. And he's allowed me to now share it with you. George did all the right things. George had a steady job as a truck driver. He worked hard. He kept up with his license. And he was able to make ends meet. But then George suffered multiple strokes that left him unable to work and with no place to call home. He became homeless and he needed some help. And it was for people like George that we sprang into action. We jumped at an opportunity to acquire some shipping containers. And within 4 months, those containers were converted into 40 units of housing that we call the Melody. And I'm thrilled to say that George now has a key to a place in a dignified community and a place to call home as one of the first residents of the Melody. Thank you, George. And guess what, y'all? We're not done yet. We're going to have some more melodies across the city of Atlanta. I've personally visited those that are living in tents and encampments. We've taken compassionate actions to close many of these encampments, ensuring the safety and well-being of our unsheltered population. We also broke ground on the Ralph David House that will provide over 50 units of affordable housing for previously unhoused residents. And through our Lift housing effort, we've permanently rehoused close to 2,000 households in the past year alone. This has been some of the hardest work that my team has had to do. It's hard work, but it's also hard work. In Atlanta, we will make homelessness rare, brief, and non-reoccurring in this city. Now, I've said a whole lot about some of the things that we have done since the last State of the City. So let's talk about some new developments. For years, the Forest Cove apartment complex was a source of blight and human suffering for the Thomasville Heights community. Right after taking office, we moved quickly to relocate nearly 200 families from Forest Cove to safe, quality housing. We are committed to enacting the community-driven redevelopment plan for Thomasville Heights, which lays out a blueprint for a vibrant, inclusive, and thriving neighborhood, and ensuring every former Forest Cove resident has the opportunity to return to their neighborhood to reap the benefits of its rebirth. And just last week, we officially began the demolition of Forest Cove, paving the way for a brighter future for this neighborhood. Every family in Atlanta deserves access to fresh, healthy food. And we've been working to bring grocery stores to eliminate food deserts, especially on the South Side. But when we reached out to traditional grocery stores, they told us they couldn't make a profit, so they wouldn't be coming. We even offered incentives, but still no takers. Well, that's just not good enough. If these corporations aren't willing to invest in our communities, then we'll do it ourselves. I'm excited to announce that we're going to roll up our sleeves and open a market on the South Side to bring fresh food directly to those who need it the most right now. That's our goal. That's our promise. So now, I want you to close your eyes. Y'all didn't stand, so y'all ain't gonna close your eyes, I know, but I want you to close your eyes and imagine a place where housing is affordable, commercial office spaces are reasonable, new retail is thriving, and public transit is accessible. Now, act like you're opening your eyes. Just as Ponce City Market was a catalyst for the revitalization of his neighborhood, we now want to replicate that success. That's exactly what we're going to do with the redevelopment project called Murphy Crossing. To make even more of an impact, today, I'm announcing that we are going to build a brand new MARTA rail station at Murphy Crossing. But it gets even better. This new station not only brings rail access to Murphy Crossing, it will, for the very first time, connect MARTA Rail to the Beltline. Investments like Murphy Crossing and high-capacity transit on Campbellton Road will ensure that residents on the South Side will have access to the best that Atlanta has to offer. And we're not going to stop there. To create healthy, thriving neighborhoods, we must build a transportation system that is accessible to residents across the entire city. Our current MARTA rail system is underutilized, in part because we don't have enough stations located where residents need it the most. So in addition, I'm announcing today that we're partnering with MARTA to build 3 additional infill stations throughout the city of Atlanta. A better, more accessible rail system is key to Atlanta's future. And I am committed to ensuring that Atlanta residents have access to quality transportation that they deserve. Now, you know that I have a soft spot in my heart for our young at heart residents, our senior citizens. Where are my folks at? I have a few of our seniors that's going to be coming out here in a second. These are some special folks that are up here on the stage with me, y'all. These folks here are our medal-winning senior Olympians. Give them a round of applause. Now, I know these folks, and I've known them since I was a city council person and probably before that. They tell me all the time that they've been asking for a dedicated home, a recreation center just for our seniors that should have a fitness club, a restaurant, a place for arts and crafts, and a place for a variety of activities. Well, I'm happy to say that your wish will be granted. The John A. White Golf and Senior Center will break ground this summer. Thank y'all so much. I'm so excited. I still get invited though, right? It's dedicated, but I'm coming to hang out with y'all. For creatives, we're opening a new performing arts space in the West End, named after our very own poet laureate, Pearl Clegg, and her husband, Zarin Burnett. Will you both please come out? I'm gonna let them get all their applause in. The Pearl Clegg and Zarin Burnett Center for Culture and Creativity is set to open by the end of this year. Thank you both for your collective investment to our city. Thank you. And you all should know by now that FIFA World Cup is coming in 2026. This will result in a huge economic boom for the city over the course of the 8 matches that we'll host here in Atlanta. When FIFA comes, we'll ensure that the economic impact is spread throughout our region. And we're committed to maximizing opportunities for all. I assure you that FIFA won't happen to Atlanta, but with Atlanta. And we can point to examples of the hurt caused when things happen to Atlanta. When it was built, the downtown connector destroyed communities, and it has left the heart of Atlanta divided for decades. But if you haven't already heard, we're going to fix that. We are stitching Atlanta back together, representing the largest award in the history of this region. Atlanta received $157 million from the Biden-Harris bipartisan infrastructure law for the Stitch. The Stitch will cap the downtown connector with a new park, transportation improvements, increased affordable housing, and bring vibrancy to downtown. Most importantly, the Stitch will bring two halves of the city back together. So in closing, this morning's program has been a testament to the unique stories of Atlantans. The people sharing the stage with me, they represent dozens of unique stories and experiences. They represent why I'm standing on this stage today and why I'm so passionate about this city. Why we work tirelessly towards a future where Atlanta truly is a city of opportunity for all. But let's focus for a moment on that word, all. There's a lot of weight in that word. And I've spent a lot of time thinking about what we mean when we say all. As I mentioned earlier, Atlanta is growing. This means our work to remove inequities, to revitalize our neighborhoods, and create opportunities for all is getting harder. My all includes everyone without exception, everyone. The people who couldn't take off work today to come hear me talk, the small business owner who is opening their business right now as we speak, the mother working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet, our city employees who pick up the trash, pave the roads, save lives, a young person looking for a brighter future, people with visible or invisible disabilities who are also critical to the success of our city. That's who I'm thinking about when I say opportunity for all. I want every Atlantan to be proud of the neighborhood that they call home. Because if you're not proud of the community you live in, how can you be proud of your city? My administration has proven that we will go first, we will go often, but we can't go far alone. We are all a part of the group project. From the business leaders to the nonprofits, from the pastors to the mentors, we need to continue to make investments in Atlanta. This year, we will continue to invest in our neighborhoods. We will continue to build affordable housing. We will continue to fight blight. We will continue to protect our legacy residents. We will continue to fix potholes and sidewalks. We will continue to invest in public safety and in transportation. We will make our communities a place that residents can be proud of. From the south side to the north side, the east side to the west side, for our seniors, minorities, women, and youth. Let's close the tale of 2 cities in Atlanta. Let's move Atlanta forward. May God bless you, and may God bless the city of Atlanta.